This week in 3D Archery, it's the 2019 Year-End Awards. Hey everybody, welcome to 3D Archery. Greg here. Alright, 2019's over with. Normally I do a year-end review. This year I'm not. Just doing the awards. Because you know what, the year-end review is pretty superfluous. You watch my video, you know what I did. There's no reason for you to know my subscriber counts, my view counts. I don't really think that interests you guys. But the awards is important. And I always put the awards at the end of the video. So now it's just a standalone video. And I made this video, started these awards, to give recognition to those unseen people that make 3D archery so awesome. Been to a lot of shoots. I've been to about, I know it's around 90 different clubs, and the theme is the same over and over. Is they don't get enough help, they don't feel appreciated. Well, I can't do much on the help part, but I can give you some appreciation. And the other purpose of my awards was to show the other clubs, look what these guys are doing. This is an awesome shot. Maybe you'll take notice and raise your game. If we all keep raising our game, I'm telling you, we're going to have some awesome 3D archery shoots. I had a lot of submissions this year, and I thank everybody that put them in. I got them from overseas, different locations. Most of them I got on my own by just trolling, scrolling, whatever you want to do it, searching the internet for different shots, writing people, asking questions and things like that. Right? I whittled them down. You know, I was going to show a list of nominees, but they're really not nominees. They're just ones that I looked at, and then I had to look at it and go, well, was this a good one? And you know what? Every single one that you're going to get today, when I seen it, I go, that's awesome. And that's it. That's pretty much my criteria. All right. Let's stop the talking, and let's give out some well-deserved 3D Archery Awards. All right, boys and girls, our first one up was submitted by somebody on Facebook. This goes to BAW Jochberg. I'm hoping I'm saying it right. It's in Austria, in the town of Jochberg, Austria. It's J-O-C-H-B-E-R-G. J's are Y's in German. It's not Junkers, it's Junkers, so it's Jochberg. That's the best I can say it. All right. They did two shots here that I'm looking at that I gave them for, the ones that they submitted. The one by the stream, which you'll see here in a second, is absolutely awesome. I love the scenery. You know, sometimes the best shot doesn't have to be about the shot. It's about the scenery. And this one is perfect. Now, a lot of people say, well, that's a lousy 3D animal. You're right. But that stream, the hills, the woods, shooting across the stream, that's what makes the first one special. And on the second one, what makes this one special is, man, this is a killer shot to shoot from. I don't know what they're shooting at, but where they did it. So, BAW, Jochberg, Austria, you guys rock. Congratulations on winning 2 Best Shots Awards. Ladies and gentlemen, our next one is BSC Final, probably B Final in German, but Final for us Americans. It's in Tyrol, Austria. I had this from Facebook. I actually met the girl who's a member of that club there, Claudia, and I plan to go there in 2021. So yes, I will be coming back to Europe. I'm giving them for this one here. I call it Foxes in the Pen. This is an ingenious setup when you see it. It's a little pen with all the animals in it and a fox trying to get in it. 2 foxes, right? It is simply awesome. So congratulations, BSC Final. You got a Best Shot Award, and I can't wait to see you in 2021. All right, everybody, the next one belongs to the Caribou Archers, British Columbia, Canada. All right, this is submitted by a viewer, And I seen this and I love it. I love the campground settings. I first seen it at Southside. They probably did the best one ever, but this one is so cool. The little things like a clothesline with the clothes up in it, that is awesome. I love good campground shots. All right, so congratulations, Caribou Archers. You just won yourselves a Best Shot Award for 2019. All right, everybody, our next winner is a course I actually went to. It's KKSV Fechenbach in Germany. Hope I said it right, Fechenbach, otherwise known as Kullenberg. It's located in Kullenberg, Germany. I went there this past year, and I'm telling you, this here is the gold standard of 3D archery. Bogen parkours in German. The club was just absolutely gorgeous. Opened up 24/7, you can go shoot, sign in, you can even camp with their permission, you can cook out there. I'm telling you, the gold standard. Boy, I wish we had them like that here in the States. We don't. That's how it is. So, I'm going to give them 3 awards. Technically, I could make the entire course one giant award. I was like a kid in a candy store. I was so excited. Every shot was something new. Every target, every goal was something new, something creative. It was so much fun. They had targets I'd never seen before. It just made the whole experience so much fun. And when I think of 3D archery, I really think of this place, because I even did this place so much, I liked it so much, I modeled my Oktoberfest after it, right? Picture this, 30 stations, goals, 120 targets. Now, if you're scoring, you'd shoot certain animals. But if you're not, as I say, it's a target-rich environment. Man, I slung some arrows on this day. Right? So the first one, I'm going to give them out for, is the very first target. These guys do it right. That's what I'm talking about. They set the mood. They set the atmosphere right off the bat with the first target. It's a small stream, big curve in it, with some ducks being stalked by 2 foxes. This is awesome. One of the ducks was in the water, the other one's drinking by it. It was awesome. It just set the mood for the day, right? And we did that one, and I'm telling you, I had so much fun shooting that one. Now, later on, I'm going to give them for the second one, is the 3 bears. This was an awesome shot. Probably in the 30 to 40 meter range, downhill on the 3 bears, which you'll see. But this is the thing about this course. Every time we go pull our arrows, not every time, but a good amount of times, we find a target we didn't see. And it's on this one. When you see the picture, look at the center bear. And then you're going to look down and to the right of them on that log that's on the ground. There's a squirrel on it. We didn't even see that up there. And then on the tree that's fallen over above them, there's a rat on it. They had stuff like that hidden everywhere. It was awesome. I love this shot. I like downhill shots, and I like long distance shots for fun. And this one had all of them. And then the last one is pretty simple. It's just the pigs out in an open field, right? So, you'll see in the picture, this is taken from an angle, but you actually shot off to the right behind the big tree. And all the pigs, you can only shoot through little openings in the tree, over branches, under branches, through a hole in them. It was awesome. Last one to set the day, and it kept it in your mind how much fun it was, right? Kullenberg was an awesome place to visit. I'm so glad I went there. KKSV, hope I say it right, Fechenbach. Right? That was awesome. Thank you for having me. You gave me an awesome thrill, and you inspired me to bring that type of archery here to the United States. So congratulations on winning 3 Best Shot Awards. ladies and gentlemen, our next one goes to Cobb Archers in Connecticut, USA. This one here was actually made by Mike, good friend of mine that I shoot with. Awesome shot, by the way. He made this shoot, they call it the traditional way. Him and Pete Aguano, they put this together and they do a fantastic job. First year they had 120 traditional archers. That is incredible, right? Mike makes up all different shots and everyone's unique. And I'm gonna give him a whole bunch this year because I just loved it all. What else can I say? I loved it. In the words of Monty Python, and now for something completely different. Right? That's what this was. So the first one I'm going to give him for is these buckets. That's what I call it. You're going to see it, and it's real simple. All it is you shoot through a bucket and you hit the target, but he put all these like little faces and monster things on it just to distract you. But it had you get in different angles. You had to sit a certain way. You couldn't shoot all three the same way. You couldn't shoot them standing out. One I had to kneel, the other I had to sit, I had to lean. That was totally awesome. Right? And the next one is called Buck Fever. And what it is, he put all their deer targets out in a group. And you had to shoot over the does and hit the bucks. And it was, once again, what I do love, downhill, long-range shots. That was cool. Buck Fever is a lot of fun. And it inspired me to sort of make mine. I put all our deer out, but I just didn't know it like his. But that was a great one. All right? And up next is the tubes. Right? This is simple. It is really easy. The pool noodles are what we call them here in the United States. He hung them in front of a target and you had to shoot between them and through these little holes to hit the target. That was ingenious and it was a lot of fun. The next one, which a lot of clubs have, is a running deer. But Mike's is special. Mike's deer will run and fall over dead. And the best part is it fell over dead in a puddle of water. It was awesome. Just that little part of the end, when it hits the end and he falls over and collapses. That was so cool. That's what made this a special shot. Up next, I call this one triangulation. Again, it's an easy shot, but he put all these weird shapes in there just to mess your mind up. And your mind sees all those shapes and it throws it all off. And what Mike's trying to do is teach you to be a real instinctive archer. Block all those things out. Focus on what you got to hit and do it. That was a lot of fun. Next one was another real easy one. You know, Mike's a genius for making fun shots out of the easiest things. This one's called Rubber Ducky, right? He put one of those really tiny little rubber duckies out on a little pedestal 20 yards out, and we had to hit it. And let me tell you, you had to make a hell of a good shot to hit it. A lot of fun, simple and ingenious idea. That's all it takes sometimes to have some fun. And then the last one I'm going to give him for is the bear in the window. Now this hasn't put it out yet. He's designed it for the next one. But I love the creativity, right? Got a bear trying to come in through the window and hit it. All right. That's a great job. Mike and Pete, you rock. Awesome job, you guys. I love your shoots. Cobb Archers, I hope you keep having the traditional way because Mike and Pete spreading the words that you guys have an awesome shoot. Congratulations, guys, on winning your Best Shot Awards. next award goes to Phil, who has his own private 3D course. He calls it Archers on the Ridge, I believe it is, right? It's right there. Yep, Archers on the Ridge. Awesome guy, Phil is. Boy, oh boy, you know, I call him the mad genius of archery because this guy, he's a genius. This stuff's awesome. He has his own private course, like I said. He has a little get-together of friends. We all go up. He has a cookout. Man, if you ever wonder what Americans are like, especially like Phil, he's Italian-American, that's them. The nicest people that will take care of you, and man, will they ever feed you. All right? So, let's get it going. I love this shot. Once again, not a hard shot, but it's just incredibly awesome. It's the bear between two trees. He has a tree that's split like this. He took the small Reinhardt bear, put it out there. It's like a 20-yard shot, and you only have a window of a couple inches. You got to put your arrow through to hit that bear. And I'm telling you, man, if you look at that tree, you're doomed. But when you hit it, there's such a sense of accomplishment, right? So that was a lot of fun. The next one is possibly the most incredible shot high I've ever seen, the Arrowcutioner. What, Greg? Phil set this thing up where you got to shoot a clay pigeon from 20 yards. The arrow will hit it, and then there's another like mini pigeon back there. You hit that, it breaks it, and the guillotine drops down and chops this guy's head off. It was awesome. Now, here's the best part in the video you'll see when I show you the award. Is my wife hit the clay pigeon, knocked it out, but didn't hit the plate behind it. So I shot, went through the hole. Had this one guy tell me, you didn't go through the hole. I go, dude, I did. So he argued. So I took the second shot, I hit the wood. Yeah, focused on third, boom, and I nailed it. This thing's probably size of what, a 50-cent piece, what we call here in America, about that big, right? From 20 yards away. And just to hear it, that was awesome. The Arrowcutioner, that is why Phil is the mad scientist of 3D archery. Up next is a classic that he has that I love. The leopard up in the trees. He put a big swing arm, put him up there about 20, 30 feet in the air. If you miss, your arrow's in the next county or town, right? But again, make a good shot and learn to focus. That's why I love these things in 3D archery. They're teaching me how to focus. Don't worry about it being up high. Don't worry about missing. Focus on what you got to do and do your job. Now, this next one, he got it from me, who I got it from somebody else, who got it from somebody else. The first time I ever seen this is from the traditional bow hunters of Florida. It's the marble drop. You drop it, it rolls down. You got to run over, knock an arrow, and shoot the target before it hits the bucket. But Phil, being the mad scientist, took it to the next level. When his drops and goes down, when it hits, all these lights light up. That was incredible. That was ingenious. Congratulations, Phil. I love that one. He's getting another one for the pig pen. Again, this isn't super hard, right? He put a fence out with a bunch of pigs behind it. But the target areas are either above or just below the cross member of the fence. So you had to make a good shot. I love that type of stuff. Anybody can do that, and it'll make a great addition to any course. Now this next one that he does is just as ingenious. It's called clay pigeons. You want to have a competition? What do? You shoot targets. Nah, not Phil, the mad genius of 3D archery. Take clay pigeons, and you'll see in the picture, there's 2, 4, 5 on each pole, right? What you do is you shoot the 2 on each side as fast as you can, and then you got to shoot the other person's one on top. The first one to break all 5 is the winner. Great competition, a lot of fun, inexpensive. So clubs, it's something I think we should look into. The next one is a classic one, the snake through a gate. This is great because everybody that went up and seen it, all they thought about was, how am I going to get it in that little hole of that fence? I'll never do that. And then they focused, their mind shot, and went through the first time, and they're like, oh, I did it. Great idea. Another one that's easy to duplicate and make life a lot of fun. And finally, the Wolverine. And I don't mean Hugh Jackman, right? This is another ingenious one. He put the Wolverine target from Reinhardt, mounted it on a skateboard, built a ramp with 2 sidearms to keep it in place. All you do is pull a string, which opened a garage door opener, the latch, popped it, and he rolls down and you hit it. Inexpensive, moving, and fun. Something every club can do to enhance their 3D archery shoots. Phil, can't wait till next year. All right, I will come see you this winter, I promise. I have some time. I want to come shoot with you guys indoors. All right, Phil, congratulations. I hope I got caught up on you, and I'm looking forward to next year's. All right, we're almost there. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4 to go, plus a fifth, which I'll show you in a bit. All right, on to the next one. All right, boys and girls, our next one goes to Chelsea 3D in Leogang, Austria. First time my wife has ever been really overseas. We've been to the Caribbean, whatever you want to call it. We've been there on several cruises. First time I brought her to Europe. Took her to Germany and Austria. She liked Germany. Didn't say nothing wrong with it. She liked Germany. But she loved Austria. She loved this area. Being up in the mountains and all that, it was so quiet. We were away from everybody. And then we stumbled on Chelsea. Now, I went to Chelsea because I seen this one shot of theirs, and I had to take it. And when I got there, I found out there's a whole bunch more. That's why we're going back. All right. So the first thing I'm going to go over is the moose. Everybody's seen probably the Reinhardt moose. He's massive. Well, they took this next level. You sit on the moose and shoot from it. Okay, it's a right-handed moose. I had to write it backwards. But that's besides the point. The other thing they did on this moose is they just didn't leave his body normal. They covered it in like a fur. And it went so far as they even made the target zones a different color. So if you had the 8 rings one color, the 10 ring was a different color, and the bullseye was a totally different color. But it was cool, and it's a big thing in them is to ride the moose. And the shot of the moose was actually pretty good. It was 2 leopards, 2 vultures, I think it was 5 targets. It was a lot of fun. All right, the next one is the classic of all time. To me, one of the prettiest shots ever. I call it the mountain shot. There's these 2 ibexes. They're about 20 and 30 yards away, meters. And behind you is a snow-capped mountain. Now, first one you'll see is an actual picture earlier in the year. And then when I went, and you can see the time between the 2 pictures, a tree grew up and blocked part of the mountain. But just to sit there and have that mountain as a backdrop while you're walking the course, while you're shooting, that was awesome. You know, being a flatlander from Illinois and living on the East Coast where our mountains are 1,200 feet tall. The base where we started was 4,000 feet. It was so much fun. I love that shot. It's one of the best. This next one's really cool. It's the rats and a cake. So there's this cake sitting up on a stump with 2 rats and this fox coming up behind it trying to get them. And it's just another simple setup, but it's really cool. But the amazing thing, which I didn't know, was the cake was a target too. I shot the rats and the fox, but I didn't shoot that. But that's cool. Another simple one that was a lot of fun. Unique, something I don't normally see. And finally, this next one is awesome. Chelsea 3D actually makes targets, right? And he does ship to the United States. So you guys looking at it, he has this massive spider. The body's about 4 feet tall, right? Height-wise. And you put a giant spider web and you shot it from like 30 meters away. That was awesome. Why was it awesome? It was unique. I've never seen nothing like that before. The giant spider web. When you're coming around, you're walking on the steep part of the mountain, around the corner on the ridgeline there, and you see it and you're like, whoa. I mean, when you can see something from a distance and you go, whoa, makes a good shot. So Chelsea 3D, that was awesome. Thank you for having us. You have one of the best 3D courses ever. You actually have the greatest break area in the history of mankind for 3D archery there. All right. Congratulations on your awards. Well deserved. And hopefully one day I get to come back and shoot with you again. next one, which I'm going to really slaughter because I don't speak French, Belgium, Flemish, any of that, but this is cool. It's from the Saint Césaire sur Seine Festival, S-I-A-G-N-E, Segne, if I try to say French, Segne, right? It's from, what I can understand is the Alps, Maritimes in France. They have this big archery festival, medieval, and this is just ingenious what they did. They took target butts, they cut the shape of a cross out on it, and you had to shoot through two of them to hit the third one. Again, it's nothing fancy, but you don't see it, and it takes a lot of skill, and I love it. You know what? Creativity I always appreciate, and you guys did a great job on this one. So congratulations on winning a Best Shot Award from 3D Archery. Alright everybody, our next one is from the club that I belong to, the Thai Yogi Bowman in Hyde Park, New York. Right? It's the Western Buck. Now this shot came around from three of us just one day talking. And we all like pitched little ideas, parts of it, and Scott, main guy from Thai Yogi, well, he went ahead and took the initiative to make it. And it turned out to be a lot of fun. Now I want to add a few more things to it, but you're going to see in the picture it's real simple. It's a Western fence. There's a buck on the other side of it. There's the skull target, just like this one, on the post. And there's a no hunting sign on there. Now we also added a wooden wagon wheel and a few other things to add. We just kept adding to it throughout the year. This is an early picture you'll see of it. It's a great shot. You got to shoot between the fence posts to hit the buck, and then you got to hit the skull. And I'm working on building a vulture, so I'll put a vulture on top of one of the fence posts, so they got to shoot that. But this is a great one, right? Scott did a great job. He took the initiative from concept, made it reality. And you know what? Everybody talked about it on the 3D Archery course. So Thai Yogi, congratulations on another Best Shot Award. All right, on to the next one. All right, everybody, our next one goes to the Wardokill Rod and Gun Club from New York in the United States. I've gone to this one. George and Kevin. George, you're nobody in my area that does more unique events, more to promote, and puts more time and effort into making it enjoyable than George and Kevin. This one here is unique. They did it first indoors and they put it outdoors. Everybody knows the woodland boar or the boar target from Reinhardt. Everybody just puts it out in the open, total broadside. George turned that on his head. He hung it upside down and made a pig roast out of it. That is ingenious. You want to take the next level, you can make it rotate. Didn't do that, but you can do that. This is awesome. This is simple. George always has something fun and interesting every shot. You can always count on that, and that's what I love, and that's why I enjoy going to George's events. So George, Kevin, Wardokill, congratulations on winning your first Best Shot Award. Alright everybody, here's my next ones. Now these I could not find where they were from. So I can't give them out to the clubs. I don't know who made them. But I'm going to make them, I'm going to call them honorable mentions. Alright? These are real simple. The first two, I know they came from Reinhardt. I got it off the Reinhardt's Instagram feed. And the first one is the bear at a picnic table. This is awesome. I mean, the detailing what gives it away from me. But I love shots like this. The bear's on top of the picnic table. They got all these different things. Right? I did a version of this of mine where I took my foam 3D targets, like a soda bottle here. This is a foam 3D target bottle I made. And you shoot that. I had beer bottles, I had soda cans, I had all different stuff out there. And people loved it. Just listen to people hoot and holler while they're shooting that. Made a lot of fun. So that one was a great one. This other one came from Reinhardt, which is the coon up high. You've seen Phil use the leopard. You know, most people use a large animal. You put that tiny little coon up there, man, you better make a good shot. So that was cool, and I like that. It was unique. You know, you find a coon up on a branch, and maybe the dogs chased him up there or something. All right. Next one, I know is from, I believe, Germany. And I don't know if this is a target or just a setup, but I think it'd be a great target. It's the zombie tombstone. It's got the tombstone, the little tiki torches, the tombstone with the skull. And I make 3D skulls so you can put the skull in there and have him shoot it. So it's something we might do at our zombie shoot. But I love it. It's unique and it's different. And finally, this one I have no clue where it comes from, but I love ones like this. Because this is where you'd find that animal. One of the doll sheeps or mountain rams, whatever you want to call him, he's up on the rocks. Yeah, if you miss, you lose an arrow. But that's where you'd find one. That was absolutely awesome. And I loved it. Now I will say, I had a whole bunch of my shoot that if I didn't make them, I'd probably give best shot awards to. Right? But I'm not going to do that because that'd be like self-serving and pretty hypocritical of me. So anything that I make, I'll never give myself an award for. But I'll show you here next, at the end of the video here, the pictures, some of mine that I'm pretty proud of. All right? So we got one more award to go, and then we're done. And this is a very special award. Alright everybody, my last award. Don't have a name for it yet. I'm really struggling with this. I wanted to make an award, Best Shots Recognized Clubs. But what about that person? You know, I don't want to call it the Archer of the Year Award because I don't want it to be about competitors. Nothing personal, but they get plenty of accolades. So, and I'm not going to say who's the best archer and things like that. I wanted to recognize and thank that person that did so much to help contribute behind the scenes that you never know about. You know, maybe he does all these things, but you never hear his name, you never hear the things. But if it wasn't for him, how many of those events and all those fun things that we shot at, how many of them would really occur? You know, so I want to give those guys some thanks. So I'm thinking of like most valuable. Nope, see, even that'd become like a behind the scene. I think I'm going to call it the 3D Appreciation Award, right? Behind the Scene Appreciation Award. When I mail it out to this person, I will have a name for it. For the video, there's not going to be a name. So I'm giving this award to Dr. Jerry DiCarlo. I see Jerry at events all over the area, and he's always there. Jerry does everything. I've seen him working the grill. I've seen him doing concessions, which is the grill. I've seen him do come in and take the money for people. I've seen him run events. I've seen him organize them. I've seen him do everything. And he teaches kids. He does everything. So I asked him, Jerry, you know, just so everybody understands, tell me a little about yourself. Well, 1967, when I was a whopping 4 years old, he joined the Comanche Bowmen of Brooklyn, New York, right? And he's been there for a long time. He was one of the founding members of Floyd Bennett Archers in Brooklyn back in 1970. His resume is just incredible. I'm going to read it, so don't mind me not looking. He joined the traditional archers in New Jersey, right? And he became the 3D shot coordinator, a merchandise director, and finally the president. He holds all three positions for the last 13 years. He is a USAA Archery certified instructor, NASP Archery instructor, Union County Oak Ridge Park Archery instructor, teaches kids, right? He's spreading the love. And you know what? I appreciate that. He is a USCAA, United States Collegiate Archery Certified Coach. He's the former head coach for Stevens Institute of Technology's Archery Club. He's a lifetime member of the United Bowhunters New Jersey. Served as the youth event coordinator. Sat on the council for the past 15 years. Right? He's an avid bow hunter. Right? He was inducted to the New Jersey Bowhunter Hall of Fame in 2012. He's a current member of Black Knight Bowbenders and the Garden State Archers in New Jersey. He coordinates and runs all 3D shoots for traditional archers in New Jersey at various clubs. He runs the annual Cabin Fever shoot for the past 25 years. Right? He's a chairman of the St. Jude Children's Research Hospital 3D shoot, which is a lot of fun. I've been to that one. Right? He's been doing so much. He's the coordinator of the Archery 101 course for the National Wildlife Turkey Federation. He's an avid bow hunter since the 60s. A few years back, he harvested a 10-point buck from the ground at 13.5 feet. He loves small game, bird, and rabbit hunting. He does a Wounded Warrior stuff. And Thursday night. But this guy does a lot. And you can see, those are things he's just telling me. I was like, what have you done? I know that he does stuff. I see him all the time. But nobody says anything. You know what? Nobody goes, hey, Jerry, great job. A few people do. But if it wasn't for this guy, I'm telling you, there'd be thousands of people that never got introduced to archery and may not have got hooked on it. So he helped build it all. And I love that. So we're going to show you a quick video montage of Jerry. Everybody take a minute to soak it in, you know, and maybe if we all did like Jerry, 3D archery and archery in general will grow massively. All right? So let's watch this, and I'll come back and we'll close it up. All right, everybody, there you have it. Congratulations. Thank you all for putting on such awesome events. Thank you, Jerry, for everything you've done. Now, I'm looking at adding one more thing, right? I was thinking about, for those clubs that do like an awesome event or have an awesome course, giving like a 5-star award, make a little plaque, you know, and it'd be me, Jeff, maybe 1 or 2 other people. We sit down and talk about it. When we go to it, it'll be us voting on it, whether we think it's worth 5 stars. Once again, just trying to give you that little recognition and spread the word to people if they're not coming to your shoot. Man, you really should go here. All right? 3D archery is awesome. I hope you guys love it like I do. I just simply love it, and that's why I made my awards. I want to give some recognition. You got those Top Shot winners? Maybe you can copy them at your club and take it to the next level. I hope you do. All right, boys and girls, thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you next time with an all-new episode, 3D Archery. Now let's get out there and do some shooting. Yeah, baby!